Hello, YouTube. Welcome to session 3 of Shadows of Rivervale. Last time, the party found themselves sitting down for a meal at the Dragon Horde Tavern before calling in a night. Vanya, at some point, decided to step away for some space. While they were away, they got spotted by a bounty hunter and his crew, who approached him, and soon after, the group, they all stepped outside, where he then started a fight with the hunters. The rest of the group, who followed after seeing the original exchange, found themselves in a fight as well. After slaying the hunters, Garrus collected the city watch, who he reported the attack to. The party scavenged the bodies while he was away, and Vanya made himself scarce after snatching a paper from Benedict, who pulled it out of the pocket of one of the bounty hunter leader. The party then got themselves 3 rooms for the night, for a great deal due to Jolitz, who seems to have some connections at the Dragon Horde Tavern. And the party finished dinner before calling it a night. I think we ended with you all heading to the rooms for the night to start off on tomorrow's adventure and deal with the equipment that you guys took from the hunters. You guys all... I assumed you guys all pulled it in and just kind of piled it by you at the table until you guys were heading to bed. It is in the... it is listed in the group track sheet on the party gold sheet. I'm going to try to start keeping track of everything that I give you guys on that sheet so you guys have a reference. I'm also going to try to mark it as game session and the date, the active date in game when you guys received it too. And the reason and all that stuff, so. And then you guys all saw the post about I made you guys each your own individual page. Please don't look at other people's pages. Other than that, you're good to go. So, okay. So we can start with you guys all heading to your rooms. I think it was Keith and Benedict crashing together. It was going to be Vanya and Okio, and then Jolitz and Garrus was with Keith and... Okay. Those are gone, yes. So, yeah, that was part of the... Yeah, see the one right above it? Cell of the fungi beast crystals? Oops. Yeah. Okay. So, are you guys doing anything else before you sleep for the night, or no? Okay. Uh. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So you guys wake up the next morning then, and head down for food. Oh, you have something? Um. Okay. Do the party care? I was talking to DJ about that. Oh, he was muted for just me. Oh, I see what happened. No, you didn't. Okay. So we could say you could do two of the axes and one of the sword. Yeah, he does. Okay. Uh, go ahead, roll a stealth check, just to see if you can be quiet enough to. Uh, what is your perception? Yeah. I guess why don't we have Garrus roll a perception, and we'll say he has a black die on it because he is sleeping. And we'll make it. What is your stealth score, Keith? 2? We'll just make the difficulty 2 purple. Yeah, because you're actively asleep. Okay, yeah, you stay asleep. Um, Go ahead and roll a perception, Ben. Same difficulty. Okay. Yep. Okay. Uh, yeah. So, go ahead and roll that mechanics check. It's a 3. Yeah. Okay. So. Oh man. So, you've definitely scrapped that those weapons and everything. They're all in like base components and expended. Like you're not going to be able to use them anymore, so you'll have to do it again. You'll have to expend more resources next time. Dismantled. Okay. Yeah. So this would have been the next morning, yes? Yeah, everybody's had their night. You all know that. Yeah, you guys gave him a cut of the money from last night. I'm gonna take a peek. Yes, they were all arguing. Were you away from the computer? Okay. Okay. No, we just got down to breakfast. So you can join us. You can join now if you want. You didn't need to be. Uh, for the whole group, it'll probably cost about 2 gold. So there's more jobs at the Hunters Guild. You guys have the remaining things you scavenged off of the hunters last night to deal with. If you're gonna sell them or hold on to them. Okay. So why don't we have one of you guys, whoever wants to handle the selling, let's make some rolls. I already removed it from the table because I got destroyed. That's the gold. The items in the next section are the ones that you guys have left. So there's 2 axes. No? I don't think so. Yeah. Garrus and Vanya are frontliners. Joel is kind of like a flex, and then Keith and Benedict and Okio are backline. Oh, did you get one? Oh, that's right. So that's right. Would you have attempted to do a medicine check on him? Okay, let's go ahead and just roll that right now and say you did it last night. It would be medicine. Yep. Okay, so it's a medicine check versus the difficulty of the critical injuries, which is, I believe, a 1, right? Yeah, so it's only a 1 difficulty. Do you have... Oh, no, you have your talent says you always have the right tools. So you do have medical equipment. And you're not doing it on yourself, so yeah, that's it. Yep, so you managed to... you could remove your critical injury there, Garrus. One. Okay. Okay. Yes. Uh, negotiation. Yeah, negotiation. Okay, so it sounds like Keith is the one selling. Well, you guys, I assume you all would be there with him. Okay, so uh, let's sell the axes first. I need you to make a negotiation check with one. Let me look here real quick. Sorry, gotta see these numbers. You can have a. Yeah, we'll say the group's there with you. They can aid you in the negotiation. So you get a blue die added. The difficulty will actually the it's 0. There's no purple dice on this for the axes. Yep. Go ahead, roll it. No, you can't. Uh, so they sell for 75 gold each. So you get 150 gold. Okay, let's roll for those crossbows now. It's a different difficulty. The crossbows, there's 3 of them. They're rarity 4, so it's a 2 purple difficulty. Four successes. Give me just a second. Okay. You guys are keeping the elixirs, and you have 2 quivers. So let's roll a 1 difficulty for the quivers. Um, Okay, so the gold is posted. You ended up getting 38 for the quivers, 1,300 or 1,350 for the crossbows, and 150 for the axes. While you guys are in the shop, um, uh, Okio, will you jump over to Whispers for me? Okay. Um, so Okio, uh, you are probably angry at Keith. Everybody's kind of like mad dogging him, and you take a minute and you step outside for some air. While they're, because you see that they've got it handled, uh, and all of a sudden, you see a familiar face. Uh, Zale. He's one of your orc friends that used to live in Demon's Gate with you, near you. Uh, he packed up and vanished 6 months ago from Demon's Gate, and you haven't seen him since. And he notices you and goes, "Okio, my friend, I can't believe it. It's so good to see you." uh, I decided to move out here. A few more like-minded people. I didn't get to really say bye. It was kind of like a quick. Um, yeah. Well, hey, are you living in town now? Yeah, the Hunters Guild. Okay. So is that rumor I heard going around that what happened with you in the Demon's Gate real? Uh, I heard that you might. Okay. Yeah. I heard that there was some guards that got kicked out of the guard due to the fact that they believe they might be rebel sympathizers. Well, that's just what I heard. Um, yeah, let me look here real quick. I'm gonna say make a vigilance check. We'll say make it a 2. You could flip a coin. Okay. Okay. Uh, you kind of see he's just kind of like poking for information. That's kind of all you get. You don't really know what his intentions on asking are. you'll sign to see him smile a little bit at that and be like, okay, well, uh, when you have some free time, you should come and get some drinks. Me and some of my friends in town, we like to meet up at the Bard's Bottom Brewery. They have a back room that we like to rent out and use. Um, yeah. Uh, uh, if you ask about, let me see here real quick. Bard's Bottom Brewery. Uh, just say that you're there. You're there to join the Silver Hands party. Um, and just so you know, I think you'll get along with everyone. It happens. We usually gather every rune day. So the next meeting is on the 14th. And you might be interested in some of the stuff they talk about. Um, but it's nice to see you. I'm actually on an errand, so I don't really have time to dilly dally too much. But it's super good to see you, and I'll hopefully see you at one of the parties. Uh, yeah, as long as they uh Zale, yeah, sorry. Uh, and It'd be like, yeah, as long as they don't cause problems, there's no issues. I'll trust your judgment. Uh, a lot of my friends kind of like try to be a little more discreet. So, but yeah, it's good to see you, my friend. I'll catch you on the flip side. Okay, okay, we can jump back now. Uh, we'll probably have them see you. Uh, Probably like, yeah. I was actually gonna say they probably are exiting as you're saying bye. Okay, we'll jump back over. Okay, we're back. So you guys finish selling the items, and you notice that you look around for a minute, and you realize that Okio stepped outside for a little air. Probably he was flustered at Keith still. Um, and as you guys exit the shop, you see him actually saying goodbye to an orc that he seems to have struck up a conversation with, and they seem to know each other. Oh, did you stay out there? Sorry, I didn't realize you were staying there. Yeah, if you wanna jump over there, fill him in. Okay. Okay. Uh. uh He'd probably rather stay and use your guys' equipment for his next experiment. I feel like you got most of it, yeah. He told you that it's the back room. They rent out a back room. They talk about. He thinks that the stuff they talk about would be right up your alley, and that to ask for the Silver Hand group or party when you. Yep. Yep. Okay, we can jump back down. Cool. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah. So you guys walk out of the shop, and Vanya and Okio are saying bye to an orc. Probably Vanya might just be chilling, but okay. Um, vigilance. It'd be a vigilance check versus uh, I'll just say, uh, what are you trying to get from it? This this is who's doing a vigilant? Who's doing the insight? Okay, Vanya, you're trying to read Garrus. What are you trying to like? What are you trying to read? Like, Garrus, I'll let you set the difficulty on the roll. No difficulty. Okay. So, yeah. That is a thing. Mute yourself. Okay. Uh, it looks remarkably close to what Vanya looks like. Vanya probably has grown a beard out since then. Um, and probably has their hair done up differently than in the picture on there. But it looks incredibly similar. Did I give a value on you when I told you? Okay, let me see if I have it on my sheet here. Where are you? Uh, it is the bounty on the paper is for 10,000 gold. A crime lord, yeah. Uh, yeah. I feel like I, mm, no. Um, yes, it does say what it turned in. I think I gave that to you. I think I gave that to you in your notes. Okay. It tells you that you could turn the bounty on in Moss Harbor. Uh, you were you lived in Mathalun. Uh, um, you know that there's a lot of underground groups that do like crime or like crime organizations and stuff. Yeah. Uh, you would have actually probably hunted them down in Moss Harbor. You have to have like actual proof of the involved person to put out a hit on someone. But you could have put a bounty. I was like, but you could have put a job out to track him down. But yeah, it really could be a thing. Like you. Uh, it would have actually been a rock. It would have been your rock because Mathalin. Yes. Yeah. Because like horses would be useless in Mathalin. You saw some. You'd have to go actually take them. No, you just looked at them. Uh, probably, I'd probably say 3-ish months, probably, because it would have taken you because you would have had to go from Mathaloon down to Aluna Gate and then catch a boat from there over to Moss Harbor. So burned your farm. Yep. And you pursued them. You pursued them. You got him, and then you cut a boat to Silverport. Uh, you're Okay, so you guys kind of slowly trip through town back to the Hunters Guild. Um, where you can now look at the board. So it's a living, breathing guild. Not all jobs are gonna stay around. Nope, you gotta rank up first, and you gotta complete a probably at least 10 jobs before you could rank up. So 1/3 of a gold coin would be basically 3 silver. So that could be that would be 30 copper or 60. Yeah, 30 copper. Who's holding it? And remember, if this money takes anyone over 1,000 coins, they have to add an encumbrance to their character. When on the sheet, I didn't edit your sheet. I edited. That was from the money you got the other night. I don't think you had added that, did you? Because it did. Yeah, because it. I just. I looked at your sheet when I was doing it, and I was like, you are less money than you got from the guys the other night. So I added the money you got from those guys. Copper 30, or would have been 5 copper each. There's if you go in, I shared a spreadsheet that has the group tracking sheet. I think is it in notes? It's pinned. It's the player and party gold. If you go in there, there's the group track sheet which lists everything you guys get, and then there's an individual page for each of your characters, and you can edit your stuff on there. And it's got the conversion rates for all the coins and gemstones and stuff like that. Uh, I don't know. Well, yeah, you guys haven't even fully decided if you're staying in a group after your probation. Yeah, it's everybody should get 5 copper. Yes, which is 3 silver, which becomes 30 copper. Oh, but that's per person. That would actually be 3 silver. 3 silver per person. Sorry, my math did not math there. 3 silver and yes, sorry. That's it. And 1 copper, or that would be 10 copper. 10 copper. The conversion rates are all there if you guys, if someone wants to 100% double check to make sure. Yeah, just 3 silver. That's fine. Yep. Yep. You wouldn't be able to sell it for anything. The scraps. Vanya voted for the fungi hive. The top two ones are going to be the ones that are closer. They're all within a couple days of the city. And then but that's never mind. That's a Drake request. So yeah, so the top two are the ones that are 2 days travel each. Grime Grove has its own list of jobs. Silverport's the one. Yep. Uh, the if you ask the receptionist, she'll be like, well, there's been reports of monsters to the west. I think it's you're gonna be going 2 days outside of town to the west and looking for increased look for monsters and yeah, just kind of like it's kind of a scouting one. You're looking for the threats. If you happen to deal with any while you're out there, that's great. If not, you see something big, like reporting like a group of basilisks or something like that. We're looking for information on what's moving into the area, because there's just been reports of stuff. Um, it's forcing travel to go different routes. People are scared. We're just trying to figure out what it is so we can send the correct level adventurer. So you're just scouting for that one. But you still are allowed to sell any creatures you slay. And then there's the fungi hive extermination. It's north of town on the way to Grime Grove. 2 days. Yes, yeah. They have communication that they can reach out and your guild tag that you were given also is linked to a thing. So they're magically linked. No. They don't have a way to track you. It's just basically it's your information saying you are registered. Your group accepted this job. Basically, it's basically like a save the information. Yeah, basically. And then because like if you take a job and it's almost all the way and you need to get to town, you can go to town and turn the job in before it opens back up on the job market, basically. because they give there's like a grace period depending on the job's location, basically. There are other hunters that are doing jobs. You notice that a couple of the jobs have been taken off the board. Like, there is an active economy of hunters. Okay. So you're going to take that job? Okay. Okay. So, you guys head out and begin scouting to the west. The guild receptionist says when you take the job, be like, uh, your job is to travel 2 days west, scout for an entire day in that area, and then return. So it should be a five day turnaround. Uh, we give you a week so you have some extra leeway if you want to do some extra scouting or hunting. depending on what they are, and uh, there may be a job posted. They will depend on the rank of the monster, how dangerous it is. So, well, the job pays the reward for scouting. So the information you bring back, um, if you manage to deal with it, I'm sure I could talk the guild master into getting a bonus. But the job for hatchlings like yourself is to just find out what's out there, not to hunt it. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because then you just add to the risen fungi's numbers out there. But we will buy any crystals, so if you happen to defeat something that is a higher ranked monster, then yeah, you'll get paid much better. So, that would probably be that would be like you knowing, living in the area of the Witch Heart Swamp. You would know that most likely that would be like a hydra. Yes. You guys could tell that Jolie's was actually a pretty good cook. She just, that specific like combination just fell through that day. Like something happened and it just didn't come out right. But you could tell that the craftsmanship and the work she put into it, that she's probably actually a really good cook. Yeah. Yeah. What would you like to buy? Okay. So you can work on your okay. Okay. So yeah, so just remove the gold from your and we'll say you have one try's worth. Yeah? You are absolutely. Um so on your sheet, let me get to your page here. So there is not a it's the this is the character building document. There's all the equipment and items section. Um, Depending on the rarity, you just have to roll for it to see if it's available, basically. Um, so, see where I have it highlighted there? Under the Banker Guild section there, Garrus? Uh, so, the way the bank works is you basically set up an account. They give you an ID card, kind of like the guild does, that is registered to you. For 5 gold monthly, they just take it right out of your account. You can store any amount of gold or currency in the bank. Okay? If you want to store anything besides currency, like items or magic items or anything like that, you have to spend a total of 10 gold monthly. and then they open a vault. They give you a vault, basically. No. Any guild hall in any major city has a banker guild, and they, with your ID card, you can withdraw your money from there. It might take a little bit of time for them to like contact the headquarters and locate your information and how much you have available, but you can pull your money out of any location. So it's basically a bank branch, like branches. And you can pay an extra fee to have them transfer your vault to a location that you are now at. It takes longer than like a day, but depending on the locations, it can be transported magically. Other locations have to be transported physically. So it just depends on the location. But your goods will be transferred for a fee, and they'll just end up in the area that you need them to be. And you can prepay for it. Like, say, hey, I'm going to Grime Grove. Can I have my vault transferred over to the bank there, basically? And I think it's 50 gold to just do a full transfer. Okay. So do it in the closest currency you have to gold, the amount that you're putting in. And they'll take minus the 5 for the... Yes. Actually, go ahead and put 3 gold back in the bank. They're only going to take 2 gold for the remainder of the month. Because it's your first payment, and you're halfway through the month. It does. So you... Okay. So what other shopping do we want to do? You look for the items on the sheets, and then go ahead and we'll do a roll to see if they're available in your city, basically. That's how rarity works. So it allows for easier like players looking for things, kind of thing. So if you... Let me look here. Let me find... Okay, encumbered, you get a black per point over your threshold to brawn and agility checks. So that's if you're over your threshold. Are you looking at longbow? Yes. It's also a restricted one, so that is very, very unlikely it's going to be available. Okay. So you understand how the deposits work? Okay. I just highlighted the section. So the one that I have highlighted right here. Go ahead and put the amount you want in minus 2 for your initial deposit. And then however much gold you want to put in the bank. And then you'll be issued a Banker's Clan card. And you'll be able to withdraw your money at any location. Yep. You can just decrease it to 0 encumbrance, so you don't have to worry about creating it every time. What item? Oh. You can wear any armor. There's no restriction on armor. Like, unless you want to cast spells, I think is the only time. Restrictive gear would just add a setback dice to casting. That's it. If you want to get like a big heavy metal armor or whatever, but like it doesn't affect too much. So you want to do adamantine plate is what you're looking for, or padded? Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh. Okay. Okay. Vanya, roll a negotiation check at a difficulty of 5. Actually, upgrade one of the purple to a red. So you're looking for mithril leather. Um, so for you, that would be a negotiation of 3. Uh, you basically, yeah, Vanya, you basically get laughed out of the armor shop, being like, "We don't have an adamantine smith in Silverport here. What are you talking about?" Your negotiation versus yes. You managed to find a set. Um, yes, you do. 100 gold. Yep, would be the cost of that mithril leather. Okay. You have to pay someone to do that to your weapon. So it's there permanently. If you make it a skill and you select the stealth, you can actually add a minus black die to the effect, and it'll automatically put that in the dice rolls. So when you're creating the armor, you'll go down and click qualities. It'll pop up the 6 boxes. You click the one that says skill. Okay, it'll pop that up. You'll then name it mithril armor, mithril leather. And then you'll select your skill that you're going to be adding to. And you're going to make it the stealth. And then you're going to get the black die that has the minus symbol in it. And then you save that. Deflective plating. Vanya, roll a 2 difficulty negotiation check to see if you can find someone that can even put the defensive plating in your robes. Unfortunately, there's no smiths that can do it right now. Do you have Streetwise? Vanya? You could try to find it on the more shady side of town. Same difficulty. You just get to use streetwise instead of negotiation. You succeeded. Uh, okay. You found someone that will do it for 500 gold. He'll be like, probably, I could probably, if you throw in an extra 50, I can put it at the top of my queue, and I can probably have it done in a couple hours. Vigilance, yeah. Uh, make it a difficulty of 2. Uh, uh, you can tell that he's trying to make some extra money, but he does have a queue of people of jobs. It looks like that he's working on, and it probably seems fair that he could cut you in line for a fee. Now, if somebody else comes along and pays him to cut in line again, you might get pushed back again. But you feel like the most recent one that paid him up front will be the one he prioritizes. Is kind of what you get from that success. It'll be 550 if you want to cut in line. You gonna attempt to intimidate him? Okay. Okay. He'll be like, "Well, you paid for first spot, so that's where you get right now." And then he'll take your stuff, and you'll see him start going off and examining your it's robes, right? Okay. He'll start going through your robes and like, okay. And you just see him start working. Okay. There's surprisingly not a lot of them. I think you probably go ahead and make a perception check for me. We'll say 2. You kind of get the feeling that the posters of you are posted by a crime organization. They're not gonna necessarily be posted for the general public. You do happen to, like, while you were walking around looking for the shadier side of town, you did see there was like a little like back alley that had a bunch of like old wanted posters, and you did see one of you on it. So I say you ripped it down, and you continue on. Okay, so Jolit, roll a negotiation at 2 difficulty. Yep. Nope. You have not been able to find any of that. I'm surprised you guys haven't hit up an alchemist. Oh, you were that was that an alchemist? Right. Any other shopping people want to do? Okay. Okay. You guys could also spend XP to increase your negotiation. Like, it's a thing. You just spend XP to increase negotiation. If it's not a career skill, it's just the rank times 5. So if it's the first one, it's 5, but then you add 5 to whatever you're doing if it's non-career. If it's a career skill, then you get it for free. You get just the rank you're paying for. Yeah. Oh, you can. You can keep going till you hit 5. No, it would do. It would do. So basically, the way the dice calculate is you use your characteristic and your skill. Whichever one has the most ranks is the number of green dice, and then the one that has the lower ranks, you then upgrade that many green dice to yellow dice. So it doesn't limit unintelligent characters from having higher intelligence checks. It doesn't limit strong, like weak people from having higher like athletics checks, things like that. Like you can still be good at the thing. It's just you're not going to be as proficient if both of your scores aren't high. It'll just be a lot of green dice versus a lot of yellow dice. But more dice in general is better than less dice. So let me look at your sheet real quick. So it would cost you 10 XP. Yep. And that's your first rank? Okay. So 5, but you add 5 because it's non-career, so it's 10 for the first rank.
Can I go downstairs and use the bathroom downstairs? Because I really ought to go.
Who's in the bathroom?
I don't know.
Miette, is Shay in the bathroom right now?
Yeah, it wasn't on our computer. So can I go downstairs and use the bathroom downstairs?
Gavin's needs the bathroom real bad. Miette, I don't know if... Sorry. Right, give me just one sec, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on Gavin. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry. Had a bathroom emergency with the small child. Okay. So is everyone hooted? Oh, okay. Okay. I think it's almost quiet time for him too. Now would actually probably almost be a really good place to stop for the night. And then, because I'm not sure if a combat's going to start while you guys are investigating. So I would rather do combat at the start of next session instead of have to, like, figure it out. Yeah. So why don't we wait for Bruno to return, and then we can wrap up just make sure everyone's done shopping and all this stuff before we go. Hello. I've heard of it. I've not watched it. I don't know. Hmm. Are you? It's 5 times the rank you're going to. So are you increasing negotiation? Or what were you going to increase? Sorry. Okay. It's cheaper to do it that way. So, are you doing the second rank of your career skill? It would be 10 XP. If it's a non-career, it would have been 15. Because it's the same as a career skill, but then you plus 5 for non-career. So it's just adding 5 to whatever the rank is times 5. Hey. You can go ahead and add that to it. Yeah, you can add the modifier because it's just your. Here, let me look down here. So you would go down to you would open up your steel heavy ropes, and see how it says attachments, new attachment. You would go ahead and make a new attachment, and then you would make it that, and then just make sure that it's equipped and everything. Oh, you might refresh your page real quick, and then go back down, and you might have added like 3. I've definitely done that before. Okay. Um. So, why don't we wrap up shopping? Anything else people want to buy? And the start of next session, we will head out on the road to go do this investigation because I think you're about to hit quiet time, right, Bruno? Okay. Yeah, I don't want to try to do combat while you're having to be quiet, so. Yeah. I know, I know. But it is also getting late, so I want to make sure we don't overdo it on combat late. So. And I don't know if we're going to have combat for this outing. You guys might get an easy. You guys might get an easy 200 gold, or you might have combat every night. Wow. You can go ahead and just add the base cost. What it says in the book. Yeah. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But but they should definitely be scared if your character dies. Yeah, it's just general. Isn't that what it does? Oh, I see. Give me just a second. There is a way to do it. There is a way to do it. I just have to figure out. I just need to. I need to look at where it is. Yeah. Okay, I'm going down real quick. Weapon, and then add attachment. New attachment. Okay. So there is an option to add a modifier. You're gonna do that, and then when you're in the 6 square one, you're gonna pick the attribute one, and then where it says the attribute, you're gonna go down to defense melee, defense range, and then just make sure that the value is 1 when you create it. Basically, does that make sense? So attribute, select, yeah. Look at the attribute drop down, and then just select defense, whichever one it is. Okay. Yep. I just had to like open it up and look which section you had to go into because I was like, I've done it. I know you. Okay. Night. Okay. Was there any other shopping people wanted to do, or should I end the recording? Okay. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Hope you enjoy.